shadow in the dark left me with a burning heart. Summer comes and goes, they say, but with you, darling, it only stays. As sure as a new sunrise, forever in your lane. Evening river walks, the sun is low, but it's not lost. We got time to waste tonight. Let's find a place for only you and I. It's sure as a new sunrise, and as white as the moon is at night. It's sure as a new sunrise, forever in your life.
Ready for phase 2 of the entryway. I'm so excited. We're finally gonna get paint on the wall. If you didn't see the last video where we did the skim coat on the walls, I'll leave it linked somewhere up here for you so you can go and watch it. This will be a playlist series, so if you're interested in watching from start to finish, I'll also link that for you as well. I had several samples. If you've seen my Instagram at all, which is also linked for you if you want to check that out, I had probably not just the ones I showed up above the door, but I had probably 6 more on this side and a few on the outside portion because I will be repainting our whole house also. I just really loved the color that I ended up going with because it had such a more organic feel. I also feel like it's going to brighten the space as well as calm it, but not be so bright that it's like, whoa, in your face. Basically, first step is I'm going to have to prime and seal the drywall. Try and show you, no matter how smooth you get it, it's still dusty, and so I'm gonna have to kind of seal that. So I'm planning on color drenching the space. So if you don't know what color drenching is, it's basically the entire room and space, including the baseboards, the doors, the door frames, everything, all in the same color. Flooding it with that color to me just makes the room feel less broken up. Actually have 9-foot ceilings throughout our whole house, except for our living room. It does come to a peak. And also in this hallway, there's quite a few doors. You know, there's the front door, there's the coat closet door, and then the door to the laundry room. And then a couple of the other walls have these huge doorways. You're in one right now. And then this one here. And this is basically the only wall, right? That and this piece here. And I feel like color drenching it, one, like I said, won't break it up as much. You're not going to have like, you know, I like kind of a smoother line of sight. I kind of gravitate towards that a little bit more as well. And I feel like color drenching will also just kind of heighten the room too, especially with everything in one color. It's not going to feel so short. With the ceiling being the same color as well as like the doors and the door frames, because they're so tall, I just think it's just going to keep continuing your eye all the way up, which I feel will make this space feel bigger as well, because it's not the biggest entryway ever either. So I do feel like color drenching will be our best choice. I did get another matte paint for the color we're using in here. And I'm gonna try it again because I do not like shine on most anything really. I just don't like that reflective quality. It's just so like in my eyeballs, and I kind of hate it, to be honest with you. And I really love just a matte finish, and I just find it so pretty, and the texture of a matte finish I feel like I gravitate more towards as well. So I just went ahead and got a matte, but I got a different type of paint version. I'm hoping that this will hold up better with my family. We also have dogs, you know, we have a toddler, so it's like our other two children are much older, but they still, you know, well, I mean, what kid doesn't do this? You know? So I am hoping this holds up a little bit better. If it does not, I will definitely let you know for sure. So we're gonna go with this type. Sorry about the very long-winded, you know, entry to this video, but I just felt like explanation was necessary, just so you can kind of get an idea of what I've got going on in my head. There will be some other pieces I think that we'll just have to wait and be a little patient with in terms of finishing up the space completely. Like I said, I already have the rug, but the rest of the space I'm still kind of mulling, and I'm still trying to find those perfect little pieces and things. So yeah, let's go ahead and stop the talking here and get started on priming. Actually putting the color on the walls, I wanted to show you some of the samples that I tried out. So we had a bunch of like whites that were pretty similar to one another for the most part, and my husband and I kind of just went against those. We didn't love those as much. So then I went and got even more paint samples, and some of them aren't on these papers, but I will show you the ones that we were gravitating towards. And then, yeah, this is one of the whites actually. And it's kind of hard to tell on camera, so maybe I'll do like a shot. But this one's Blank Canvas by Behr. Which is very beautiful, but just didn't speak to us. So these were the colors that we were looking at. I'll try to spread them out a little bit so you can kind of see the subtle differences or variations in the colors. So like I was saying before too, yesterday, we're kind of going for a more calm, serene vibe. And a lot of these colors just kind of speak to me in that way. So the ones that we have here are cotton knit, which we do like this color, but from what I can remember, it has a little bit more of a yellowy undertone. You can't quite tell right now up against this wall, but we didn't like this one. This one here is called Burnished Clay. All of these are Behr paints, by the way. I just really like some of their color choices and, you know, the convenience of getting them. If I sound weird at all, by the way, with the start of school comes stuff, so I'm drinking some tea, trying to kind of help it along a little bit. It's got some peppermint tea there, so sorry if I sound funny. But this one's called Burnished Clay, and this one, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it does have like a kind of pinky undertone. I don't know if you can kind of look at my shirt, but it's very pinkish in the undertone. It might be harder to see on camera. I don't gravitate towards that at all, so that was a no for us. And then we had these two were big ones. There was another one that I had up here that was up on the above the door. That was called Toasted Barley. Now that one was really yellow. That one was like almost immediately I knew it was a no when I put it on the wall. But these two colors here we really liked a lot. We liked the undertones of them. This one went really well with the rug, and so did this one. We felt like they both also complemented each other really well too, which was great. And so this is Sculptor Clay, and this is Spun Wool. Now all of these Sheens are matte, by the way, except for blank canvas. I did get that in an eggshell, but you can barely tell. But yeah, so all these are matte Sheens, and you'll be able to see the one that we chose, you know, here soon. But I just kind of wanted to show you some of the ones that we were thinking about and looking at. And then I also wanted to bring it in on this. Okay, so really quick explanation here. As you can see, I've already painted the door that we took off the closet, and I already painted everything with primer. Now, the only thing I left, because I had this thought for a second about this door. What if this was the only door and frame that was left alone? So I know we were talking about color drenching, you know, where you paint basically everything, right? The ceiling, the floor, the ceiling, the doors, the trim, and all that stuff, all in the same color. But then last night when and I talked to my sister about this too, because I did have this thought before I like kind of decided not to paint this right now, was what if we left just this door, which is our front door, and its frame alone, and did not match it with the rest of the hallway? And what would that feel like? What would that look like? Would it change the overall feel that we want in the space? And so I held up the two colors that we gravitated more towards, which, you know, is Spun Wool and Sculptor Clay. They both go really well with this color. The only thing is this black has a very blue undertone, which I don't love. So when I spoke to my husband last night about this idea, we're gonna probably leave it alone, and then he'll come and see it in person, and then we'll decide after that kind of our direction with the door. But basically, if we did it and we left it black, then we would change the black, if that makes sense. Like we would try a different black color. Maybe one that has more of a green undertone in it, or just one that's more solid black and not so charcoaly. This is called Cracked Pepper by Behr as well. So if you're curious and you like this color, that's what that is. Well, I just wanted to share my thoughts before we got to painting and I started to reveal the color to you. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to get it up on the walls and on the doors and like all the things. And so yeah, let's go ahead and start doing that.
crept into the sky. You fill the morning air with warmth and life. Sounds of birds in harmony, and you there right next to me. Oh, no matter where we go, oh, my heart is yours to own. Through all the storms, I'm by your side. Through days of warmth, I'm by your side. Like the stars and the moon in the nighttime sky, I'm by your side. In cold nights with your hand in mine, all wrapped up warm, sitting by the fire. This life is the best, living wild and free, with you there right next to me. Oh, no matter where we go, oh, my heart is yours to own. Through all the storms, I'm by your side. Through days of warmth, I'm by your side. Like the stars and the moon in the nighttime sky, I'm by your side. Through all the storms, I'm by your side. Through days of warmth, I'm by your side. Like the stars and the moon in the nighttime sky, I'm by your side. After like a couple of weeks of just straight working on this entryway, we're almost there. I am so excited. I absolutely adore this paint color. It's lovely. So if you've been on the fence about this color, definitely try it. You know, paint I feel like can be very expensive sometimes, but it is just paint, super easy to fix, at least if you don't like it, which is basically what we did to the whole entire entryway because it used to be black. But now it's this gorgeous, gorgeous clay color, which I'm just in love with. It just kind of like shifts its color throughout the day also, which is really brilliant. And it kind of plays off of the other colors in the room. So I do feel like when we do make a change to the door, because we won't be leaving it this color, the Cracked Pepper by Behr, it just shows and leans a little too blue. And so with that, especially in the morning, you might not be able to tell quite on camera, but in the morning especially, it makes the hallway a little bit more purpley lavender color, which I don't like, just because of the light reflecting and putting it back onto the walls. So my husband and I are still kind of mulling over exactly what direction we're going to go. I do feel that we may just color it the same color and do the complete color drench like I had pictured in my head, but I do think we might pick up a few paint samples and just try some different blacks out, because we do like that black. There is black accents as well, right there, in here with the doorknobs and the hinges, and so I'm really excited about all of that. Now, as far as the light goes, let me lean you up a little. We will be changing out the light fixture. So I think with most renovations and with instant gratification being as easy nowadays, I don't think it's as realistic to let you know, like, okay, in a week I'll be done with this spot. I will not be. We are, like I said, mulling the paint color over for the door. We're going to be changing the light fixture, and I still need to figure out the pieces that I actually want to place in this area, because we do not want to block the entryway as much as possible. I would like it to be more open because it isn't the biggest of all spaces. And so I have a few ideas. I will probably also be trying to think about the hallway going this direction in the kids' bedroom, because I do feel like I will be making that area the same as in here. It just flows better. I feel like originally I wasn't sure, but now I think I am. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you can, you know, kind of be a part of the family here. I would love that. And then if you want to hit that bell notification too, just so you get notified for whenever I add more videos for here. And I'm still putting together exactly how I want my channel to go. I'm still newer to this, so I appreciate patience. I'm a real person, so I've got to figure it out for me, for my family, and all that stuff, and how this works. And so I'm really excited to continue. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I've got a lot of ideas. So I'm really happy that whoever is here, and thank you for watching. But I hope you like it so far. Bye. Bye.
Shadow in the dark left me with a burning heart. Summer comes and goes.
It looks so blue, right?
But will you
What it
down
looks like
in
right
your
now on
own
camera is
bed
exactly what it looks
stay?
like to me in person. But I'm just
It
happy
sure
that the color came out well.
isn't
This
you
color is so
sunrise.
solid.